get to know our Strictly Pros a little better. And once again, when our team went to interview them, they were all found causing trouble down the local bingo hall. What are they like? Eyes down for a ballroom bingo. Bingo?
Good evening, Strictly fans. Now, eyes down, because it's time for Ballroom Bingo! All aboard the Blackpool line, it's 59. Which pro gets most excited about going to Blackpool?
I would have to say it's probably Chloe.
Chloe loves Blackpool. She just gets so excited about it.
Giovanni said, oh, in Blackpool is so amazing. That's not really Italian, but it's just the best experience. You will love it.
Probably Anton.
Anton Dubek.
He always jokes that if he's made Blackpool on Strictly, it's been an amazing year for him.
I mean, he is the king of the ballroom, the king of Blackpool.
Because he was there when the Winter Gardens was built.
It's tickety-boo, it's number 62. Which is the happiest pro?
Guessing it's not me. Kevin's pretty happy, isn't he? He's always very happy. Happy Kevin.
Chloe's always got a big smile on her face.
She is always smiling and she's so nice.
Her smile goes all the way to her ears.
My nickname in the group is Little Miss Sunshine.
Jeanette, she's always got a smile on her face every morning. I love her.
Well, it's between two, me and Aljaz. We are two peas in a pod. We're always laughing, we're always happy, so myself and Aljaz.
What's Aljaz?
Aljaz.
He always has the biggest smile on his face, no matter what's happening.
Amy.
She's always upbeat, always smiling.
She's like scary happy. Like, hi, how are you? I'm really good, how are you? It's like you never stop smiling.
She just smiles non-stop.
Bingo!
That's your lot, folks. But remember, keep spinning.
Thank you very much, Anton. Look at these lovely people, isn't it? Isn't it gorgeous? It's like top of the pops. Right now, it's time to check in with Devlin for one of your recommended 5 a day of healthy backstage Strictly gossip. It's for your own good, people. That was my pretend microphone, you know, that's top of the pops.
The guy I found in the Starbucks, Debbie, Joe and Alexandra, also known as the 10 Club. Yes, the 3 celebrities with the 10. Yeah, that's right. Just don't throw this together, Joe. But does that add pressure? Now you've got a 10 in the bank. Does that add pressure on a Saturday night, Debs?
No, it doesn't, because when it comes to Monday and you're learning a new dance, you feel like you've gone back to primary school and it's always the beginning again, you know, because it's different.
You've had a real change this week, haven't you? From the joyous and the fun to the dance of love.
The Dance of Love, yes. It's, I'm not loving the Dance of Love just yet, but we like each other at the moment, so perhaps it will be love at some point.
Yeah, it's got to turn into love very quickly. You've got about like 20 hours.
Hopefully, that's the plan.
The first Argentine tango of the year is going to be you. Now, that is pressure. It's a lot about...
Oh, it's all that. Oh, yeah, babe. Okay, yeah, just get closer.
That's about as good as I got.
Should we leave?
I did hear that you've had to change a little bit today. Is that true?
Oh, we changed some stuff last night because we have a lot of stairography. And basically, it's choreography on the stairs, which we have never done.
Stairography is an actual word.
Well, I made it up.
Stairs.
Oh,
yeah,
no, stairs. And it's, I'll be honest with you, I'm actually really scared about this routine. I think it's the hardest one that we've done, and I think that everything's hard, and I think that this is the toughest one, the most challenging. I have a lot of energy. Yeah. I mean, you don't know that. Always hyper, and this kind of dance, you can't have any of that. Yeah. And Gorka's got a lot of energy as well, and we're both really quite intense people when we rehearse and stuff like that. And every time we do a run, he's having to say to both of us, and he's going to himself, he's like, I need to calm down, and you need to calm down. I'm like, whoa.
He's just so excited to dance with you, as all your partners are. Listen, because they're not here, and it's not often you get to be without them in the week, tell me a little something about them that maybe we don't know.
Gio, when on a Thursday, when he's happy and he thinks I've got the dance and he really relaxes, we start singing together, but neither of us can sing. So if anyone saw what was on Instagram and Twitter yesterday,
I joined that. It was terrible. We'll get him to sing. What about you?
Katya likes to sing, but she also likes to teach people. Like, sometimes when I've had too much of the teaching, I'll say, why don't you teach the VT team how to do, like, the Viennese waltz? And she'll start to... And it gives me, like, a little 5 or 10-minute break, which is
Group
brilliant.
dance.
She doesn't know that I'm tricking him.
And Gorka's energetic. What else?
Also, he enjoys looking at the chest thing. So he'll basically go to the mirror and just go, just look at my chest. And now I don't see it. Because before he used to be like, can you just put your clothes back on? And he'd just be like, oh, sorry, babe. He doesn't even notice he's doing it.
If you've got it, flaunt it.
That's what I say. The thing is, babe, he looks good. So I'm just like, but now, because he does it so much, I'm like, Gorka, your top's on the floor again.
Can't wait for your dances tomorrow night. Listen, the carrot is dangling. Blackpool, excited about Blackpool in one word?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Good luck tomorrow night. Thanks for the chat. Good luck.
Thanks so much, Jetkin. Now, as we all know, it's Remembrance Sunday this weekend. With that in mind, we sent Strictly favourite Frankie Bridge to meet a group of extraordinary veterans.
In 1918, at 11 a.m. on the 11th day of the 11th month, World War I came to a close. The 11th of November has since become a day of remembrance, where people all over the world pay tribute to those who have fallen and those who are still fighting in conflicts today. To mark the occasion, I've come to meet a very special group of veterans. The Royal Hospital Chelsea has been serving as a retirement home to ex-soldiers for over 325 years. And today this building is home to nearly 300 veterans. Well renowned as the Chelsea Pensioners, Remembrance Day holds a significance for many of these heroic retirees. Veteran Harry Puttick was only 9 years old when the Blitz started.
We used to go out anywhere and get an air raid, and the first thing you do is look for a shelter and get in it. Hope for the best. D-Day itself, that was really something you'll never forget, because the sky was black with aeroplanes and gliders going over to the continent.
Good morning, my dear.
Frankie. Veteran Alan Lee will soon be celebrating his 94th birthday. He joined the army when he was just 14 years old and served as a paratrooper in World War II.
The jump, remember, mostly is the invasion of Germany. Oh, there was a lot of us, but a lot of us died. The Germans are on the ground and all they had to do was spray the air with their machine guns.
Were you not frightened that moment just before you jump out of the plane?
Well, frightened is not the word, but you were apprehensive. In other words, you were thinking to yourself, oh God, let that ground come up quickly. We went to suss out this village, but they had these machine gunners, and they came around the corner and caught us dead. We didn't know where to move. And the three of us were wounded at the same time. My leg was at an angle of about 45 degrees, so I picked it up and put it on the good leg and crawled into a culvert. And the medics, eventually they came out to us. When I was operated on, the surgeon came through. He said, unfortunately, I had to take your leg off. It was so bad. I asked about the other two, and they said, unfortunately, they both died.
Today there's a special tea dance being held at the hospital. A chance for veterans to both remember and commemorate what this day represents.
Sorry, George. That's all right.
95-year-old veteran George Skipper has fond memories of dancing with his late wife, and despite his age, still enjoys a good dance today.
When I went in the army in 1940, I used to have a pick of the women because I could dance.
What's your favourite style of dance?
Quick step.
Quick step?
Yeah.
You've got to have a lot of energy for quick step.
I got energy.
Have you?
I used to anyway.
Listening to the incredible stories of the veterans and what they went through so long ago is a reminder of the courage and the bravery that is required of our armed forces both then and today. What does Remembrance Day mean to you?
Well, it means remembering. Remembering such a lot about the war and about the people we served with who are no longer around.
I give Armistice Day the dignity it deserves. It reminds me of all the people who'd served this country, who gave their lives for something they believed in. I think of the people that I knew, and there were a lot of them, who never came back.
And a big thank you to Harry and Alan and George and all the Chelsea pensioners and, of course, to Frankie. Right now, it's time to meet my next guests of the night. At the weekend, they brought us sun, sea and one sensational salsa. It's Gemma and Aljaz.
Suddenly the sun goes up. I really loved the routine. I love what you were going for.
It was only when you get into that first lift, it suddenly started to look laboured. Lovely rotation around your own centre and great coordination with the upper half of your body, so I thought it was good today.
To see the two of you. Bruno said that your salsa was tasty. They're so naughty. And he said you had the right amount of spice in there. How was the seasoning for you, Gemma? Did you enjoy yourself?
Do you know what? I did really enjoy it. Looking back, it felt better than it looked, but I had such a laugh with it, and when we came off, he was so chuffed with it, so whenever he's happy, I'm happy.
Oh, yeah, if Aljaz is happy, then... Mind you, we don't often see him unhappy, I have to say.
No.
But lots of viewers did notice that you were strapped up. What had happened? Look here, what's going on there?
We had quite a bad injury throughout the week, really, and then in the dress run, my ribs kind of buckled a bit, but it was fine. We had a bit of acupuncture, massage, tape me up, but we didn't say anything because I didn't even tell my mum till after the show. She texted me and said, "What's happened? Why are you strapped?"
Oh, bless her.
But I knew she'd worry, but we said we didn't want it to be a reason people didn't vote us through.
Okay.
And we didn't want it to be a reason people did. So I said, listen, let's just strap it up, keep stum, do it.
And not
but that first lift,
oh,
I couldn't breathe. It was
explode. When you were going into that lift,
I know.
It's been such a great show.
You see, we're
low
top up
five,
now.
Low five.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, getting wounds like that, I mean, it's all part of...
It's my fault.
Yes,
yeah, that's what it is.
No,
it's okay. No, you know, it's frustrating because you have to do it so many times. You do the lifts. That's the question in the McCune. Like, that's gonna be tough, isn't it? It's very, oh my God, I can't do it.
No, don't
I
worry.
can't do it. Because you have to do it so many times because you want the lifts to go right on the night and you can only do them right if you practice them. And that first lift was, I've never done that lift. That's the time that I can tell you that. I've never done that lift before.
You said you've done it all the time. Oh my God.
Surprise!
It wrecked me.
But it worked though, didn't it?
Wow. She can almost walk now. That's like...
I couldn't breathe.
You did say, Aljaz, you were really happy. You told Claude it had gone really well. You got one of your lowest scores. What did you think of the 5 from Craig?
I don't know. I don't actually ever sort of put... If I'm really happy with the dance, as Gemma just said, and I know how much we loved it in rehearsals, and then the whole sort of experience in the studio and on the floor was lovely. It almost felt like a little, like a little party dance. Yeah. So at the end of the day, there were some constructive criticism, but I wasn't really that... I know I shouldn't probably be saying that, but I wasn't that bothered because of it, because I loved the dance.
Good.
And we were enjoying ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's the important thing.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, exactly.
Low five. Low five for a 5, huh?
I know, I like it. Yeah. Low 5 for a 5. Also, you got a message from Rudimental.
Yes.
So
Rudimental.
I love it. Look, Gemma Atkinson using our song on BBC Strictly. Last time we saw her, she had 2 left feet and danced like she had a big toe missing. Yes, that's so brilliant.
Wow.
Do you want to explain any more about that?
Yeah, my friend Leon's in Rudimental, and last time I saw them I was at V Festival.
Yeah.
And I was dancing, it was a wet field, and wasn't dancing very good, and when I said we were dancing to his song, he said, "Oh my God!" He said, "Please do it well."
I think they're very, very proud of you. It's amazing. So we move on to Viennese Waltz, to Dusty Springfield. Let's hear it. Oh, it's a winner with the audience.
Nana and Grandad.
Oh, that's a beautiful
Nana Joyce and Grandad Norman.
Oh.
Babita Vida.
Oh,
That's my grandma.
Really? Oh,
And Hedvika.
Fred and Reen. Okay, now, Giovanni was in the other day wearing a Dusty Springfield wig, speaking Italian.
Wow.
It's a special moment. He was very, very good. I'm imagining you're not playing this one for last. This is kind of a romantic one.
No. It's going to be exactly how Giovanni did it. I think Giovanni's was sort of, that's what I choreographed off, really.
Yeah.
Every week, actually.
Every week. I have to say as well, a little birdie has told me that this might be your favourite ballroom so far.
Yeah. I think it's because it's weird. It's quicker than the other ballrooms, so the fact that it's done quicker I like. But there's a lot more footwork and technical footwork. What I struggle with is keeping flat, being in heels and moving. And when we did it this afternoon, the whole way around he's going flat, right in my ear.
I was saying fantastic. That's what it was.
Flat. What do it mean when you say flat? So you can't go rise and fall, or is it? I mean, what does it mean flat?
Yeah, no. Tango is completely flat.
Okay.
And sort of foxtrot is more or less flat. But Viennese Waltz, you do get a bit of rise and fall, not too much, but you don't try and do it. It sort of happens as you go. But if you try and put it in, then all you do is do rise and fall, and then you don't really move a lot. So if we think flat, then rise and fall happens a little bit.
Okay, so tomorrow when we're watching you a little bit, I'm going flat. And you are doing a fleckle.
Yes.
Both ways, have they gone?
They've been, I think we've done it about 15 times and they've gone right about 7, 8, haven't they?
That's good, that's a good kind of average.
7? When was 6? There are 6? No, just
it's okay, it's because I get one out of the way and I think, I've done it, but then you can't stop because you've got to go back the other way.
Go the other way.
So
I lift you up a little bit so the feet sort of go off the floor, so you can't really tell which one it is.
I'm just like so strong. Watch those ribs, you'd be responsible.
Always.
Okay, good luck with it. It looks absolutely stunning. We adore you. Gemma and Aljaz!